Retro anime. How did we find it? How does it hold up? Unpacking the ins and outs of being an old school nerd and proving that 80s kids can't remember a damn thing right. These are the mindless midlife musings of the anime nerd.
Welcome to Mindless Midlife Musings of the Anime Nerd. I'm Rick, and I'm joined by the rest of our panel, Lynette, Vic, and Brian. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
What up?
Right.
What up? What up?
Hi.
Today we take the job and join Duke Togo on his latest assassin-for-hire spy thriller film, Golgo 13, Queen Bee.
Brian's already losing it.
Do you like quality assure these things? What's your process for saying, yeah, I nailed it. This is what I'm going.
That's the
What
one.
exactly is your is it audience focus group? What do you do?
Yeah, we go through rigorous pre-script testing.
I'm not saying you should get an Emmy, but your writing team must be phenomenal.
Yep, it's marijuana driven and booze driven. We just make it as we go.
Aren't they all?
That's it. All the best ones are. Golgo 13, Queen Bee is an original video animation that was released in 1998, directed by Osamu Dezaki, and produced by Tezuka Productions, with the English version release following in 2001, released by Urban Vision Entertainment.
That's another one I haven't heard in forever.
I haven't heard that name in ages.
Lynette, have you heard of that name?
Limited release stuff, man. So the film is set during the 2000 U.S. presidential election cycle and focuses on assassin Golgo 13, who is hired by a Democratic Party campaign manager to stop a female drug lord from assassinating the Democratic presidential nominee. And boy, oh boy, does this play. So
we're gonna need some liquor on this one. I don't.
Well, to start with, boy, does this do a great job of capturing the essence of the last film. Considering that they're over a decade apart. Like the original was like 82, 83, and then this one's 98.
So almost 20.
Yeah. And they really, pardon me, and they really did a good job like capturing the same, like the art style, the vibe, just the whole thing. Like, look like they could have came out 3 years apart. Like they really did. For better or worse. I guess it's really up to you on that one. But yeah, production wise, I think that's what they were going for, and I feel like they nailed the hell out of that. So yeah, our story starts with a campaign manager meeting with Golgo 13 and hiring him to assassinate the Queen Bee, who is like a commando guerrilla war terrorist person. And Golgo has to kill her to prevent her from assassinating their Democratic nominee, Robert Hardy. So, yeah, it starts out pretty clean. It's great because you spend about 2 minutes getting this backstory. And then immediately after the tiny backstory, we go straight to fucking. They jump right into a rando sex scene. It's just right out the gate. Like, we're going to do this. This is just.
And it wasn't even Golgo.
It wasn't even him. It wasn't even him. She's the go-go in this one for sure. I was explaining it to my wife, and she's like, boy, there's a lot of sex in this one. I go, yeah, she has sex with every single one of her soldiers so that their bloodline continues. And she's like, that's fucking dark. I said, yeah, it's weird. I don't know what to tell you. She just kind of picks every one of them. She got like 85 kids. I don't know.
I mean, you see her Queen Bee, and she was like,
right.
Bet.
Exactly. I was.
Could you imagine if all the kids just ran around?
Dude, seriously. Sorry, now I'm thinking of the Fifth Element. Exactly. We're gonna do it. So yeah, so
You know, it screamed to me at she's had a lot of kids.
seriously,
A lot.
I don't know how she had time to do guerrilla war fighting because she was very big.
Right?
Kids.
Which also leads me to believe that with a lot of kids, there wasn't a lot of protection involved.
No, I don't think. I think that was intentional.
Pretty sure that shit was burning.
Oh man, but I guess
All down the hallway analogy works for this one.
Mm-hmm.
No. Apparently, it was still enough to drive motherfuckers crazy. They they were fanatics for her.
They were without a doubt. They were absolutely. It's so this Queen Bee character. Her name is Sonia, and Golgo, after getting deployed to his mission, he ends up in a local bar and he's getting information from some informant guy or whatever. And
The last guy died, right?
I think yeah.
I don't remember that. The last guy that he
got he did. He got dead. So he finds out her real name is Sonia and that she's apparently dealing in drugs and gun running and all that shit. Whatever. She's a bad chick. So they think that she wants to kill Hardy because he's a threat to her drug smuggling. And Gogo's like, the fuck you call me for? Like, this is some stupid shit. And yeah, so it's of course pure coincidence that Sonia shows up at this bar, and
I mean, this is literally, we're just going to draw it this way.
Man, it's probably the only underworld bar in that city.
that's it, and then like
In Washington, D.C.
it's just all of them. So yeah, she shows up at this bar and then of course recognizes him because once again, as we established, I believe in the last episode, he is very bad at being an anonymous assassin for hire because everybody knows
He looks like an assassin for hire.
I mean, he got the seal.
He screws like an assassin for hire. He eats like an assassin for hire.
He just has that vibe. You walk in, it's like, oh yeah, that guy's definitely an assassin. He's like Golgo 13 level assassin.
I think he was born that way. Like when the doctor held him up, he got shot. That was basically what happened.
Parents are like, yeah, we'll call him, we'll nickname him Golgo.
I just want to let you know the delivery was a success. He actually had a garrote in his hand, and he used it to strangle the anesthesiologist. We're not saying this is an issue, but
We're like 7 staff members short now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he came out scowling and killing. That was pretty much what happened. You can't hide that.
No. Yeah.
I am willing to bet that this is canon, what we're saying right here.
It probably is.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is if you walk into an unemployment office and the lady's like, "What? You're a killer. Let's just send him off." They don't even have to fill out the forms.
We got you.
Yeah.
Email address, here's your bank account number. Have fun.
Right.
So
Zurich, right? You want your making Zurich, right? Okay, here you go.
So immediately recognizing that he is the elite assassin for hire, Duke Togo, Golgo 13, she propositions him to fuck her.
Come on over.
Yeah, come on over. So they have a little sexy time. Honestly, I don't even know if this lady actually owns clothes. She should probably be in Crying Freeman, but nevertheless,
Look. This may be the crossover we've been
crossover. Circling back, call back to a nice old episode. Lynette's, if they're flawless, you can go braless. That's Queen Bee in this episode. And
See,
so, yeah.
very educational, Lynette. We do learn from you.
She propositions Golgo, bangs the shit out of him, and then tries to hire him to assassinate the vice president or the presidential candidate.
The guy that she has been.
Yeah, he's apparently gonna kill. She wants to hire him to kill, and he's like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm already on a job." She's like, "Oh, aren't you?"
Always do one job at a time. No multitasking.
That's right, only one job.
It sucks. It sucks that we saw a movie previously where he did 3.
Yes. Oh,
He learned his lesson at that time.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
Gross.
If you get up there in age, you got to focus on one at a time to make life easy.
No, not.
and there are no cool trick shots either. He didn't do
No.
any trick shots.
Not in this one. Yeah, he didn't shoot through a building or nothing like that.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it felt like in this one he was more of a secondary character.
It really kind of was Sonia's story, for real. for better or worse. So
Queen Bee, starring Golgo 13.
Right?
He-
Yes.
he says he can't take her job, and then she's like real quick to call out, it's because you're gonna kill me, isn't it? He's just like, well, as a matter of fact,
Yeah.
And by far the stupidest reason for being left alive, if you kill me, everybody's gonna hear.
right, yeah. Like,
Everybody knows I'm here anyway.
I can't walk.
There wasn't any hiding it.
Yeah, I
It
can't
is
walk
funny.
6 steps without somebody recognizing me. Who cares?
It should be real. You're right.
Anyway, she gets away, and because Golgo apparently suddenly
Well,
want to draw.
look, super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Oh my god! So then you find out at this time that he is not the only person that has been hired to try and take on the Queen Bee. The same guy, I don't know, he's the VP candidate. I can't really remember. He was like his campaign manager or something. I don't know.
No. We thought it was a campaign manager, but apparently he's going to be the vice president.
That's right, because he announces it later. Okay, so anyway, so he goes to meet with this old disgraced army vet guy, and he wants to hire him to take her out and take out everybody, take out the whole organization.
You know what? This was the scene from Commando.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where the captain comes and says, "Hey, if you think of me," and this is all Commando written all over it.
It really is, and this guy is fucking ape shit. This dude is a piece of work. Of course, reminded me very much of the bad guys from the last Golgo 13, where they're just like the silver and gold guys. They're just fucking bad shit crazy.
Yeah.
No. The guy after that.
Yeah. What was the with the knife, right? The guy with the knife. Yeah. He is fucking bad shit crazy.
He was shit crazy because he that was
And that's it's very much in that vein. Like this guy looks like they could have been brothers. So
it's like those guys. No, it's like that guy and the craziness of silver and gold.
yeah,
Together. And it's we're just gonna combine all these guys and make them, and we're gonna actually give him, hear me out, military
Support.
connections.
Yeah,
Military
absolutely.
support.
We're gonna
Tactical support.
the full breadth of the U.S. military. We go get them. No questions asked. So anyway, so this guy's a nutter, and they agree he takes the job, and
Happily.
okay. So you find out that when Hardy was the presidential candidate, he was a lawyer, that he had an affair, and that the woman's child is her, this chick. Yeah, you find this out, which is really funny in today's political climate, where you're like, he had an extramarital affair, and this is so bad we had to assassinate the guy. So it's like that was the bar. That's it.
Wow. There's a little bit more to this portion. The guy had an extramarital affair.
Yeah.
They assassinate the mother, kidnap the daughter, sex traffic the daughter.
It is a real rapey flashback from dumb thing. It is terrible. It absolutely. I don't mean to minimize it, but it is just a little funny that the whole reason the presidential candidates got beef with this situation is because it was an affair. That's not even.
And you would think that when he finds out this information, this would change good old Golgo's. I'm sorry, I'm gonna call him Duke on this one.
Duke.
This would change Duke's perspective on whether or not he should continue on.
Right. But the problem is that once he takes a job, he sees it through. Like that's like his.
It's literally on his business card.
And I have to admit, I find myself wondering.
Yeah.
We'll get to there. We'll get to there.
My thing is if he sees it through, what happens if he accidentally did a typo during your request?
Right. You better right.
You put in the wrong name and he knocks off the wrong person.
Like you better be absolutely sure.
You know that actually,
there is no editing process.
And honestly speaking, you should all be terrified of that. You know, just everybody in this panel. Yeah, I'm here to kill Dick Vale.
Wait, what?
Right. So now he's gonna knock us both off.
Yeah.
Just to be on the
Dick Vale and Rick Vale is Brian James and Brian with a Y. I mean, these are things that I didn't think about.
It gets even worse because Queen Bee was settled in South America, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So South America, it's quite common for people to have two first names.
Facts. And then you don't know if they're.
It could be, the entire line of the family. All the males could have like the same first name, and then
So true. Yeah. You just
that's a different second name. And so
this is why
you put in first name, last name. It's like, okay, great. He's got to knock off an entire family now.
Duke Togo gets all the details, man. He's got informants to handle. Like, you don't actually want to kill this kid. You want to kill the dad on the third cousin from the second on the right in this photo. This is your guy.
See, the problem is, I think you're giving him too much credit because I'm sorry. I think you're giving him too much credit because any level of discernment throws out the window when you see what he progresses to afterwards.
Fair. So you find out in this horrible rapey trauma dump flashback thing that it's this campaign, the VP guy, the dickhead guy. He's the one that like
Orchestrated.
Yes, thank you, Brian. He's like orchestrating the whole thing. He's just playing both sides kind of deal. And he's the one that like he raped her and like forced and like convinced her that her father is a horrible person and betrayed her and all this.
Threw her away, essentially.
Yeah, sent her down the path to the dark side. Golgo arrives at this base in South America to try and kill Sony again because you can get her right. What? Did I miss a bit?
You did it. The tanker or the freighter.
The freighter?
Yeah.
The boat.
Or the only amazing thing that he did was he jumped off and he grabbed like that underwater scooter.
Oh my god.
No, it was two things. He failed on that.
But yeah, he failed
Right.
and he jumped and did the underwater scooter.
Oh my god.
When he was able to shoot a guy through 2 buildings down a ramp.
This is what I
go.
This is
Yeah, just getting to him.
This is why he makes up for it in the end credits. He's like, nah, that's all right. I'm gonna fix this.
No, but I guess the problem is we just told him what this problem could be. Almost 20 years have passed. Of course, he's gonna have lost the step.
This is true. He's not quite.
He didn't have his reading glasses on. He couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, not Jimmy.
He didn't have his glasses on.
Hey, back in 2000, I could have been on You Got Served. Now I'm being served. So, I get it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's right. So sorry, the ship thing happens. And it's honestly, I think at this point she's slept with like 85 members of her team.
86.
86 by this point.
The boat guy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
86 plus Golgo.
Well, not to mention the old mafia boss that was
Oh yeah.
I thought her.
He was the wallet. That was pretty much all he really was. He was the wallet.
It's a wallet. Yes.
He was a wallet and bedtime fun.
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody not bedtime fun for Sonia the Queen Bee?
Absolutely not. If you're male, you're game.
It would have been awesome if they showed her doing, in a bisexual nature. That would.
Yeah.
I'm just wishing. I don't know.
I understand that. You can go that in the next Golgo 13 movie. You can get
She has like the Golgo sex face. There was nothing.
that.
There was,
Absolutely.
there was nobody home. I don't know
But
if that's
then she's saying shit like, "I'll always carry part of you deep inside me."
Yeah,
Like,
it's like,
bro.
Hey! Still out with all that
you,
whispering
you
shit.
got Golgo thing.
Hey! Still with that whispering shit in my ear and shit. Come on. I'm a married
To
man.
me, that's a red flag. You got the Golgo face, and you're saying I'll carry something inside me. Any woman who says that, you're automatically thinking she got stuff in jars, and it's not what you think of it.
You got teeth or something? What are we working with?
Look.
She got to turn into a
That to me.
spider.
Oh, what?
See, that's the difference. Me, I'm like, I have trust issues. I'd be like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah,
What's going on? I'll be looking around for the cameras. Like, where's the camera?
Seriously, I don't like that.
No facial expression. I think psycho. See, this is why she couldn't be. And it'd be like single white female. That's basically what I would think. Oh my gosh, she's gonna cut her hair, dye it, and look like me in the next second. And then she's gonna wear my face. That's just
But you guys,
She's a skinwalker.
I mean, let's not pretend that if somebody as beautiful as Sonya was hitting on either of us, that we would be like, I wonder what she's up to. Okay. We don't have that level. We do not have that level of discernment between all of us. I'm liars.
Seriously, I've got serious
Be fair,
issues.
Vic is naturally suspicious of everyone. So,
And I'm more now than I was 10 years ago.
Dude, there is a little freak just waiting to bust out of that. It's waiting to bust out.
And it takes quite a bit to get that little guy out.
Again, I'm not saying this is run of the mill. We are talking about somebody who clearly was attractive enough for Golgo 13. You think we stand a chance?
I'm pretty sure the standard for Golgo 13 is, okay, you're a female and you have a pulse.
yeah, not dead. Is
I have to sleep with who? Have I killed this person? No. All right, fine.
All right. So we are trying to denigrate the taste of Duke.
Duke Togo.
We're not one of all of his.
I can't.
We're dying.
I can't speak. Look, man, I can't speak. I can't speak to that. All I'm saying is that they
Never seen him smile, so you never know if he's enjoying himself or not.
they throw themselves at Duke, and he never turns them away.
He never says no, but he never smiles about it either.
All right, look.
We have
James
failed this conversation.
No. James Bond. Which one was it?
There's only one.
It's the one where he's going after the guy who's going after him.
I've seen that one. The one where he's going after the guys. That's one of my favorite James Bonds.
I think with the exception of Daniel Craig, I think all of them at least smile.
He's got the gun.
Daniel Craig. Skyfall. Skyfall.
His mother in the movie.
All right. Daniel Craig. Skyfall.
Yeah.
The guy who's had his face like eaten off is hitting on him.
Yeah.
And James Bond, who's supposed to be the most sexy.
Duke Togo.
He's Duke Togo with the British accent.
Yes.
This man accepts he first back.
The advances.
Yeah, he first back with the guy with the face.
Sure.
This is same fucking Bond.
Yes.
And you expect that we would have had that eye called bullshit? There's no way in the world we would have had that same level of discipline.
Oh, this isn't about discipline.
Oh man, it's about.
Do you know us? Discipline?
We are nothing like that.
Okay, all right.
We're gonna move on, guys. We're gonna
Yes,
move on
yes,
because
yes.
yeah. All right. We're gonna go to the tropical island because that's where they are. It's South America, right? And Golgo arrives after the incident on the boat. He arrives to try and kill Sonya again, but this time he's interrupted again because Captain Psychopath and his team of cannibals, they attack at the same time. So it's like big old clusterfuck. And he gets Sonya in his sights this time. And he ends up letting her go. There's a whole lot of chaos. There's some grenade nonsense happening. Is that psycho dude is a absolute nutter. Captain Cannibal is what I wrote down in my notes because I couldn't remember the character's name. So we keep talking about
Doesn't even matter.
the flesh, whatever.
no.
So yeah. Anyway, so he gets her in his sights again, and he has an opportunity to kill her, but he doesn't get to because boom, explosion, go bad, he misses. That's 2 failures now.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not having a good time with this.
He doesn't seem pissed off about this at all. It's not like, fuck, what the fuck?
Yeah, at all. Like it's almost, yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
It's like he's perpetually disappointed with the world.
I guess so. I guess it must be it. So, the surprise attack ends up killing like basically Sonya's entire militia, and
And like 60-something over 80-something kids.
right, yeah. It's, they bring one of the dead kids, and she's like sobbing her eyes out. It's sad. But it's a good thing she's got a whole bunch more, so she's gonna be all right. Collectible set. So Golgo and
Somebody
Sonya.
is a Happy Meal collector.
Golgo and Sonya end up working together to kind of like get rid of Captain Cannibal and all of his men. And Golgo does manage to kill him, but he gets stabbed the fuck out. Yes, he gets it. There, I think the entire length of the bolo knife went into Golgo, and he continued on like he was fine.
It's but a scratch.
Right. That's it.
I ain't got time to bleed.
Yeah, that's it. That was it. So he does eventually pass out, and Sonya stitches him up, and of course, fucks him again because you got to get that extra that second.
You got to make more kids. She lost a couple.
She needed to take a piece of him with her.
Yeah. She said, yeah. She would have said, I want this baby. Of all the ones I want, this is the one.
This is the one.
That would have been another hospital down 17 staff members.
Seriously. So it's basically the Democratic National Convention's happening, and in the States, and Hardy, the presidential candidate, who, by the way, I didn't call this out earlier, is apparently severely addicted to cocaine and alcohol and just all the problems, and so he's having
The perfect presidential candidate.
yeah, he's a piece of work, and
Sounds a little too on the nose. For
a lot of this is a little too. So he gets the flower girl thing, which is a bit that happens at the beginning of the movie. That they criticize the campaign manager for bringing the wrong girl. Should have picked a colored girl. I know it's terrible.
been a blonde hair, blue eyes. Should brought anything else.
Right? How dare you? And so then in this one, this girl comes up and she introduces herself as Joanna, which is Sonya's birth name, and homeboy just gets wrecked. He's just fucking done. Like, I don't know why. I guess maybe he never met another woman named Joanna. I don't know. But meeting this
Mary, he looked up and then he had Sonya with all the kids.
yeah, I know. But
I guess she's a spitting image of her mom.
dude, fuck,
He went nuts.
up.
Yeah, he lost it.
He did. He lost his shit. So you find out later that that vice president dipshit guy, he lied and about the family's fate, and that and he told Hardy that his family moved to Florida and then died of a car accident. This is apparently the official story. And
You see that he's bearing the weight of that.
Yeah. Absolutely, he really is. It's which is like, oh, that's why the drugs and the alcohol and the stuff. Got it.
Right,
Okay,
right.
cool. Good times. So it's the final day of the convention, and Hardy. I was just like, damn, that's television. So Hardy is the nominee. He gets up on the stage. He's giving this impassioned speech, and he calls up his buddy.
Hold on. Let's we have to ask the details.
Yeah, go ahead.
Duke is poised to make his most Golgo 13 shot ever.
Without a doubt. Yes. He's up. He's
He
all
is
set. Got
Up
the right
high
feelings.
in a blimp.
Yeah. Yep.
He was about to live up to the reputation.
Live up to the reputation.
It really is. I try
And he has her once again
in
in here.
his sights. Yeah. Crosshairs lined up. He's got Sonya dead to rights. Could have done it
Yes.
20 times. But he's not. Why? Why, Duke? Why? He's thinking about it. I don't know.
Because the writers needed another 7 minutes of video.
So they have this convention, and it's great because Homeboy comes out and he calls his buddy up. He's like, "Hey, this is gonna be my vice presidential candidate. Come on up, man. Come on up." And he comes up and he's giving his speech. He pulls a gun and basically puts it in the back of his VP's head. It's like crazy. Oh, Jesus Christ.
It looked more like a spring break gone bad than it did a
Like this
presidential
was,
speech.
we're talking about this could have been the height of Jerry Springer and the reveal of shocking.
Right?
Like we.
This is gonna be
What?
this,
He
gonna be the shit. This is gonna be the third act of the new GT game. The new Grand Theft Auto game. This is gonna be the third act. So they do. He's gonna kill him, and it's like a thing. So he gets tackled by a security guards, and he then uses the gun on himself. Solid.
because now there's no evidence about his crimes.
That's it. Yeah.
We just basically
Yeah.
he Epsteined himself.
He did. He popped off, man. And then which then makes Sonya lose her shit because she was up in the scaffolding and the lights and shit. She was finna do her thing. So she loses her shit. Golgo doesn't get his woman again.
This time, though, it was a conscious decision and not a fail.
That's fair. That's
That's the right master.
does it at all.
All that work just for him to just walk away.
She does get him though, right? She gets the VP guy. Like that's the person she ends up killing, right? Or is that later? No, it's later. Sorry, that's later. Yeah. She doesn't get him. So anyway, that's right. Golgo gets him. So after they have a funeral for the guy, and Sonya arrives at the grave. She's gonna give her respects. She's saying goodbye, and that's where Golgo gets her.
Point blank range, because he couldn't do it from any cool shots. He just had to
Just
get her.
You didn't have her treasure glasses that day either.
the that's it. And then I kind of like I did laugh at this. She's dying. She's like, "Oh, good, you got me. So about that contract, I wanted you to taste. I already.
He says he'll
money.
take it.
I already gave you the money. If you weren't,
This is done, so
yeah, if you
take
wouldn't
on a new
mind,
job.
you nailed this. So it says you can't take two jobs. It's already wired you the cash." And he stands there and he just looks at her body. And goes, "I'll take the job." She's dead, bro. She didn't need to hear that.
I have a thought.
Yeah.
At that moment in time, at
Yeah.
that specific moment in time,
Yes.
I interpreted that she was actually with child.
That's
That's
the
what
way
it sounded like.
Yeah, that's what I got out of it too. I think she had Duke's kid in her, which
He said something about it's too bad that she won't see this one born or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, you're an asshole.
Yes, you are.
Because I'm pretty sure she whispered in your ear, "I want you inside me. I want to have your child." You would have thought that would have said, "You know what? I waited this time. Let's wait 9 months to see."
You more.
Let's
There are better
say
ways to avoid child support.
So yes, he takes the job after killing her, and roll credits. Ordinarily at this point I'd have turned off the movie, but for some reason I couldn't find the remote, and it worked out in my favor because there was a mid-credits scene.
Yeah, I always look to see how long the credits are, and it's like, this movie was only an hour long, so those credits seem awfully long.
So there's a mid-credit scene where we get the most Golgo 13 action in the whole movie.
Missed it. I was so disappointed that I couldn't. I was like, no. Okay. I did my homework.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's in the mid-credits scene we get the vice president guy and the money guy, the Don, whatever his name is, and the general guy that hired is all the baddies, and they're all on a boat having a party with some cute girls, and Golgo does his "I'm gonna shoot from the other side of the country" thing, and
Off a
he-
cliff, like,
yeah.
17 miles away.
and he pops all three of them.
Was one bullet
in the head.
No, it's three
Oh,
shots,
three
but
bullets?
he
Three
takes
bullets,
all of them out.
3 headshots.
Yeah, he takes all of them out and then he dips.
Seriously?
Yep.
I watched the whole hour, walked away so disappointed because I was like, when you guys said Golgo 13, I was like, oh, this is gonna be awesome when we see this shot, this magic bullet. Oh,
Yeah.
and the whole time is this girl bouncing on random sticks, and then
Facts. Oh my gosh.
he's missing every shot. I'm just like,
Yeah. It's like this isn't Duke. This is Golgo 13. This is Golgo 1. This- yeah. No, if
they
he
should
does,
get him gray hair if he was gonna miss everything.
he gets his kills. He gets all 3 of them in the end.
I'm a firm believer after like stuff like this that anything that happens after roll credits, it doesn't count.
Well, hang on now. You've seen plenty of Marvel movie. Lots of shit happens in the end credits.
In some, and I can honestly say sometimes maybe 1 out of 3 of them bitches count. Right?
So you missed it too. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing you missed it too, so it doesn't count.
Stop fucking judging me.
At least let's forward through the credits. You never know.
You could very easily just fast forward.
Oh, I just was fucking done. Let that out with you. I was like, this was my idea. Why did I think this?
I was so disappointed. I was like,
Oh man.
I don't like this Golgo. I don't know what happened.
There you go. No, that's it, man. That's it. He kills them all and then he dips, and they roll the rest of the credits. This movie, I couldn't really find any fun musings worth note. And just it exists.
The only one I could think of is it's Tezuka Productions.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
Like, the studio behind Astro Boy.
Yeah.
This is one of the first times we're ever having to rate. I didn't realize we needed to do this, but apparently, and we've watched movie sequels before,
Sure. We have definitely.
right? And we've never rated the sequels in a hierarchy of where they're supposed to be.
Well,
We
I
did
think
Fatal
that's-
Fury.
yeah, it's true. We did.
No. We compared them against Fatal Fury and stuff. And again, we're talking about OVAs.
Okay.
And right, OVAs. We've never done that for OVA versus other material.
Okay.
But Attack Punisher Girl 2, Golgo 13 Queen Bee is up there.
I don't know, man. All right.
I don't know if it was that bad.
I don't know.
Well, I can't put it there, Brian.
Look.
I put it at that level.
I'm saying it's towards the bottom of this whole thing.
Okay. All right.
I'm saying it's towards the bottom.
All right. So we'll get into final thoughts then, and we can get through that. All right. So final thoughts on Golgo 13, Queen Bee. Brian, you seem eager. You want to go first?
I think I'm going to go first because of the fact that, again, it's really hard. And I hope I echo Lynette in this, in this thought. But, man, it was a lot of hurry up and wait. A lot of hurry up and wait. And not just hurry up and wait. It was like any cool thing he was about to do was instantly ruined. And we're like, oh, motherfucker, God, what are we going to do? You know what I'm saying? Just for... He finds out that she's been sex trafficked, and the guy that she's been sex trafficked is the guy that hired him to kill her.
Yeah.
Right? There's no, I don't know, morals code. Hey, if you,
He's an assassin. Why would he have morals or a code?
it's not the morals of the code that I'm looking for. I'm just saying that somehow the 3 people that he had assassinated before in the previous one, they had it coming. Right. When you find out the story of the things that they had done, you can see why they hired somebody to kill those guys.
Sure.
So at the end of it, while especially you start like, okay, he's an assassin with the code.
Right.
And they just take that whole code and throw it out the window.
Oh, because he kills Sonya.
He killed Sona, who
Even though he knows she's in the right, he still put a
who
bullet.
knows she's a victim.
Yeah.
She's the victim
Yeah.
on this entire thing. And he killed the 3 people who victimized her.
Yeah.
That doesn't make killing her better, dude. You're still a fucking douche. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
So I can't respect him if he's still gonna kill the. And listen, I'm not saying you don't have a point in anything that you're doing, how you're feeling. Maybe I could. And guess what? If I turn down this money, or if don't take the contract from the people who are scummy, who are supposed to want me to kill you, it's not like, well, motherfuckers are gonna say anything because I'm gonna go kill them. So my record's still gonna be fucking oh.
That's fair. All right.
It never. So that's a bitch ass move.
So now, Brian, so feeling the way you do about Duke and his code, do you feel it's worth a watch?
If you're expecting the same romance or not, if you're going in here expecting the same that you got from The Professional, it's not going to hold up. If anything, is it animated well? Yes. Are there cool elements about it? Yeah. But the degradation of Golgo's character to what he's being left to, it's wanting, you know.
So I'm gonna take that as a no.
Yeah. Nah.
All right. It's a pass. All right. Well, let's see. Lynette, you want to go next?
Sure.
All right.
It is Disney straight to DVD movie quality. That's what I'm gonna say. That's the story.
Cinderella 8.
It's Aladdin 5, Jafar to the eye doctors. I came in it because Golgo 13, the first one was it unfortunately this fell into almost every sequel trap you could think of, right? It tries to do something a little different, so it's not a repeat of the first, and it totally is just a steaming pile, really, because the main character is not who you're expecting. There are no cool shots out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Not to mention the whole stand on the pier or a boat while the boat's weighing it was done in the first one.
Right.
Yeah. You know, but I would have to say, like I said, like Brian said, the animation was nice. I liked it. It was very clear. You know, nobody had bigger hands than their face when it's like proportions were right. Everything was good. It was just that the storyline was just a complete letdown. Yeah. So, but I would say watch the first one. You don't really need to watch the second one unless you want to see a girl jumping on sticks. It's cool.
That's fair.
Practically jumping on sticks.
All right, Vic, you want it?
Okay.
Let's go.
So, like I said earlier, this one felt more like the movie was more about Sonya, and Golgo 13 was just supporting cast.
Sure.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she had more screen time and more lines and more everything than he did. Out of because there's 2 TV series and then the 2 movies, right? There's a 71 series, a 2010 series, and the 2 movies.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the ones I've seen, which are the 2 movies and the 2008 series, this falls at the bottom for me because, again, it felt more like he's a supporting cast member, not the point of the movie.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, I mean, I didn't hate it. You know, it's had almost 20 years worth of animation evolution.
Sure.
To help it out versus the original and the super, super early CG and all that weird stuff.
That's right. I remember that.
Story-wise, it's like if he accomplished his job the first time, it would have been like 20 minutes. So I see that they wanted to make it longer, more backstory, but again, it's you call it Golgo 13 Queen Bee, and it's like I said, it's
Queen Bee Golgo 13
with an appearance by Golgo 13.
It's fair.
So not the worst that we've seen, nowhere near.
Yeah.
Not like Brian saying, trying to compare it with Blood Attack Punisher Girl.
No, I didn't compare. I said I put Punisher Girl at the very, very bottom. I'm saying that's the lowest.
It's down there somewhere, but not all the way there.
I would say out of everything that we've seen, right? Let's say if I don't even know our episode count, but let's say if we've seen 100 shows, series, movies, whatever.
Sure.
I would rank it at 75.
Okay.
Lower half, not horrible, but not great.
But again, I wasn't really ranking it. I wasn't really ranking the series as a whole. I was just saying we've never really had a chance to rank sequels. Like eventually we're going to have to do Vampire Hunter D, the second one, right? And that's going to be towards the top or so. You know,
Gotcha.
From an OVA standpoint, I'm saying that Blood Attack Punisher Girl is the bottom for me as a sequel.
Over 3x3 Eyes? Wow.
No, because 3x3 isn't an OVA, is it?
It is. It's a 4-part OVA.
They're OVA. So yeah. So
All right.
definitely above that one. 3x3 Eyes is definitely above Blood Attack Punisher Girl.
All right.
But yeah, so is it a must watch? No.
No.
Is it a should watch? No. Is it a don't watch at all? No. You know, most importantly, as long as you watch the mid-credit scene, unlike some people, you know, you get the payoff
That's what I said.
then, but again, it's a long haul. It's a long watch.
Yeah. I gotcha. All right. Well, I mean, so this came out in 98, but we didn't get it here in the States until after 2000s. But so I was just going to take a minute to talk about Urban Vision. I mentioned how we hadn't heard the name Urban Vision in a long time. So I was going to give you guys some of the titles that Urban Vision did release and that they were known for. They were responsible for the Vampire Hunter D releases, the first one and Bloodlust. Originally, Streamline Pictures handled the initial Vampire Hunter D, but Urban Vision picked it up. Wicked City was another one that they had picked up. Basically, they were like pilfering Streamline Pictures old stuff and then sort of re-releasing it. So like Space Adventure Cobra was one, the original Golgo 13, the professional one. The Ninja Scroll series was an Urban Vision release. Gotcha Man, the 94 series, that was an Urban Vision release. So they'd had their hands in a few. Tekkaman Blade 2. So
yeah, they picked up titles kind of like how Discotheque is picking them up now. It's like stuff that no one wants.
Yeah, so they did that, and they had some live action stuff and things like that. So they'd had their hand in releases, but it wasn't like they generally ever did much with them, right? It's not like they did their own dubs or any of that stuff. Not usually. So,
but this is the one that they did from start to finish.
This is them, as far as I can tell. This is their release. Like they did this. Okay. So from a technical standpoint, I think they did a pretty good job in the sense of the dub was good. The character actors, they had John DiMaggio was playing Duke Togo in this one. I thought he did a good job.
What is that name from John DiMaggio?
Fucking everything. He's like the next Jim Cummings. He's been in so much stuff. Isn't he Bender? He's Bender. Like he's in so much stuff. So much. Yeah, he's just immensely talented.
Just to give you an idea, in just the anime side, he's in the English side of anime. He's in Mononoke, Vampire Hunter D, Castle in the Sky, Pompoko.
Yeah, that's right. He was in Pompoko.
Futurama as Bender.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
he was in the Superman animated series as Toyman.
Yeah, he's been in so much shit.
Mm-hmm.
Castle in the Sky, Animatrix.
I recognize him. I remember the name from like the WB runs, like stuff like that,
and lots of American cartoons too. Like he's been in a bunch of the Scooby Doo movies, the animated ones that have
a lot of the DC stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of that's what I recognize. A lot of the DC aspect.
Yeah. He was the Joker in one of them. I forgot which one it was. Like Death in the Family. Yeah, Death in the Family. So he's a big talented voice actor. He's just been in so much stuff. It's not even
long-time listener.
Yeah, big fan. Yeah, we always love talking to John. So they did a really good job, I think, in the sense of technically what they accomplished. They did a really good job. They got a good dubbing team together. They produced a successful dub. Visually animated, this looked really good. It felt very much like the original 82 movie to me. I think like as companion piece, it works in that regard. And that's kind of where it stops for me too. I was kind of bored, to be perfectly frank. It was just, it was more the same without any of the excitement. I think for you to enjoy this movie, you have to really be into that genre. I think if you're not really steeped in that genre film, the sort of spy thriller assassin thing, then I don't know that you can get into this one just sort of as a layperson. I think this was like for the Golgo 13 fans kind of thing, in the sense of, well, we got this title, let's spit another one out kind of thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, it fails to impress other than on its technical merits, right? The writing is whatever. The characters aren't that interesting. The most interesting character, Sonia, who's the main character, as you guys have all said, she's reduced to a sex toy. It's really like the one thing you take away from this is, boy, she fucked a lot. Like that's
When in
kind of
fact
like
she was supposed to be like some kind of warlord, and
right.
that didn't really translate.
It didn't. I agree. It didn't, and that's too bad.
And there's a lot of. She had a lot of the followers that she had,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They were willing to die for her.
Yeah.
And not because of battle, not because of her battle acumen or anything like that, but because she slept with them. And
Yeah, I don't know. And
I mean, we've seen this done better with Helen of Troy.
it's been done better in a lot of ways. So yeah, it kind of just falls flat in all these regards. And as a spy thriller, it's kind of weak sauce. It's more of the same if you're a Go-Go fan, in the sense of he's an unkillable dude who sleeps with women. Like that's about the most Golgo 13 you get out of this movie. He takes a lot of damage. He survives, of course. And in the end, he gets his man or woman, regardless of whether or not you agree with the fact that he should have it all. I think if this were if this were made like today, he would have definitely not killed Sonia. I think he would have absolutely instead maybe faked her death and taken the job to go kill the next group of people or something. I think it's probably how they would have handled the rewrite on that. And your fandom for Duke Togo might skew your opinion on that, whether or not that would be a good idea or a good change, or whether you think this is in character with him and that him following through is his character. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But it wasn't for me. I wasn't a big fan of that. I thought it was annoying, kind of weak sauce. And I remember why I hadn't seen this since 2001 when it came out on home video. It just didn't sit with me and wasn't that memorable. So yeah, it's a pass for me too. I'm sure that the audience there, the fans who enjoy it, will tell us all what's wrong with it and why you should love it and what it makes it such a good Golgo 13 movie. Is this great? Bring it on, guys. Love to hear it. Just for all of us, it didn't feel very Duke Togo. He's supposed to be a little bit more than that. At
He's
least
supposed to be more professional, if you will.
just yeah. So yeah, that's a failure on me too. So there you go, across the board, all four of us pretty much in agreement. It's like, yeah, you don't really need this one. You're good.
It's a very middle of the way meh.
Yeah, it's a meh. Exactly. There's nothing else on. Literally nothing else on. I can't even watch like reruns of Mystery Science Theater. There's nothing else on. Okay, I guess I'll watch this. Like it's kind of that.
I'm turning off TV. I'm trying to go to bed.
I'm gonna read a book.
You go to bed when Duke Togo lets you go to bed.
Unless the how it's made, how they make flip flops. That's
There you go.
basically.
All right. So just don't bother with this. I don't know, guys. It wasn't for me either. So I guess that's gonna do it. Really, there's not much else to say about Duke Togo and Golgo 13 Queen Bee. That'll do it for our show today. So until next time, keep calm, and next time, maybe don't take the job.
You've just been privy to the mindless midlife musings of the anime nerd, presented by Geek Grotto. For show notes and corrections, or for general geeky fun, you can visit our website at geek-grotto.com. If you're listening to us on your favorite podcast app, please like, follow, and subscribe.